The Rams fired up OTAs today, and today we're going to get a good look at Ty Simpson working through drills, throwing the rock around, and everything else. Before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're looking at practice every single day this offseason, from rookie camp to minicamp and OTAs to the end of training camp and even in season. You're going to be seeing what your players are doing behind the scenes at practice. Your new rookies, your quarterback battles, new guys on your team, your favorite team, so more Rams. Then on top of that, you're going to be drafting some of these guys in fantasy football. You're going to need the fantasy football analysis. You need to know if your late round picks are running with the ones or not, and it's going to be right here, so click that button. Stop missing out. So this is new. The Rams are letting the beat writers cook a little bit now in practice. So maybe we start getting more Rams clips. That has not been the case the last few years. So we're getting a good visual of Ty Simpson, still lighter than other teams, but this is good. This is a good change. Usually we do not get this many clips. I got some older clips from other workouts that I've saved from Ty Simpson with the Rams. That's on the back end of this. This is all from this week. This one was from earlier this week, and then we also got today. But them showing us stuff is a good sign here. You're seeing the other quarterbacks. You're seeing Ty Simpson right there. That is a very good sign. Right there's Ty Simpson, number 15. This is a very good sign for what we're seeing. If you're a Rams fan, I don't know if you've realized this, but it's been a while. Like Puka Nacua, we're just watching a little bit of highlights when he was a rookie, just trying to see whatever we could see. There he is right there. Slinging the rock. QB's at work. There's Ty Simpson right there. Him working through drills. You'll also see some Stetson Bennett in there as well. Number 13, Matthew Caldwell's number 2. Matthew Stafford, obviously, number 9. Ty Simpson. We'll loop this and keep talking ball. I got some more goodies, so stick around if you want to see some advanced analytics on Ty Simpson. But I think this is the perfect fit for Ty Simpson. He's a developmental quarterback. He needs seasoning. He didn't have a ton of experience at the college level, and now he's going to be brought up in a system with pass catchers here. Puka Nacua. We'll see whoever else is there when it comes Ty Simpson's time. That could be a bit down the road, but we can definitely say that they got a good core of running backs here. Kyron Williams, Blake Corum, and then Jarquez Hunter they drafted last year in the 4th round. We liked him. We liked him a lot. Very good between the tackles. Very comparable to Blake Corum and Kyron Williams as just gritty lunch pail running backs. Nothing flashy. Finds the hole and gets it. A little bit faster per the metrics, but just a gritty running back prospect here. And when or if or however you do with Matthew Stafford in the future, you got your contingency plan. You'll see how that develops. You got 5 years of contract with him. This is within the 5 years. You also got Stetson Bennett right there, who's a winner. That's what we're looking at here. But looking at him, seeing him sling the rock, you're looking at your first-round draft pick right here. So the big question was the opportunity cost of other players helping you get pushed over for a championship versus building for the future. We'll see how that plays out. You can make a case either way. You can make the case for the insurance policy. Remember, Matthew Stafford at this time, people were worried if he was going to play due to the neck. And we were gobbling him up in fantasy on the cheap in best ball drafts. But we're looking at now, if something comes up, you got your quarterback in place for the future. Or maybe you whiffed on this and you should have picked up a player with that pick or traded back and gained more capital or whatever. There's all kinds of different things you can Monday morning quarterback this, but you look at this roster, Stafford is going to lead the charge for sure this season. It's not a quarterback battle. We all know this. You're deep at running back. You still got Ronnie Rivers. You got Jarquez Hunter. He ain't going nowhere. You're deep at running back. Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams. That's a 1-2 punch in itself. You're looking at tight end, and you drafted Max Clare this year in the 2nd round. Good athleticism. Year prior, You drafted Terrence Ferguson in the second round. You got Tyler Higbee still. You got Colby Parkinson. What can we say about this team going forward? 2 tight end sets. We can say that with a lot of teams in the league that they're rolling with 2 tight end sets more. So that could be a big change going forward. You can definitely see it with this team. Puka Nacua, Devonta Adams, 2 tight ends, a back. You can definitely see that. Looking at Ty Simpson's advanced metrics here on PFF, PFF was down a couple days, but now it's back up, especially on the college side. So you're seeing, where did he have his money moments last year? Louisiana Monroe, Wisconsin, Vanderbilt for his grades up there. We take PFF grades with a grain of salt, of course, but it's still a data point overall. Oklahoma, 84.5, 78.9 there against LSU. Turnover-worthy throws. You're not getting a ton. His worst one in turnover-worthy throws was that one with 3. 3 is your worst. That ain't bad against Oklahoma. And then you're looking at the passing attempts, you threw 48 times. That's not bad at all. Adjusted completion rate, 75.3 on the season. That's not bad. We're protecting the football. We're taking care of the football. Pressure to sack ratio is a little bit high at 18.3. 30 sacks on the season. We did get banged up, though. You got to throw that out there. But we're not expected to start right now either. That's the thing. We're expected to sit back, develop, take it all in. And we're looking at him, again, a little bit under pressure, 18.3 pressure to sack ratio. That's a little bit high. I would like that reduced. Still drafted in the first round, 13th overall. Metrically, when you compare production and everything else, Player Profiler has him compared to Andy Dalton. Of course, they got the cat emoji in there. Furry Andy Dalton, let's just say it at that. But still, when we're looking at this, breakout age, it doesn't matter for quarterbacks. Older quarterbacks are fine because of the experience level. Experience isn't really there with Ty Simpson, but you're not expecting him to start right now anyways. So it doesn't even matter. It's how he develops going forward. But I'll say this. Going back to the start of the season, during when he was hot against Florida State, LA Monroe, Wisconsin, Georgia, start of the season, he was hot. He was one of the top quarterbacks in college football. He did get banged up, but he was one of the top quarterbacks in college football. People were talking first-round draft pick early in the season last year. Fast mental processor, got the ball quick. The one thing about his game that could allow him to excel at the NFL level, that could allow him, like once Matthew Stafford goes on his way, is he plays with cojones. He'll make the big play and push it downfield in tight windows and not care. He will definitely do that. I could definitely see him being hurt, going off the rails like he did at the end of the season, because he plays with cojones. I'll just say it that way. He doesn't play scared. He pushes it downfield. He sprays it around. That is huge for a quarterback like that in a situation like this, because he'll push his development because he ain't scared to push it. Potentially, I guess. But again, Ty Simpson plays like his hair's on fire. I like Stetson Bennett for what he is, though. Been on the team for a bit. Good backup quarterback. He's a winner. I like him. I think he's a gritty backup quarterback. I think a lot of teams would love to have him as a backup. McVay, on that night, on draft night, said he's going to have to compete with Stetson. He's going to have to compete with Stetson. And then he said, yeah, I'm cool with having Ty Simpson, blah, blah, blah. So, like, you read the tea leaves, you're like, you got a little emotional there, buddy. I know word on the street is that you had the conversation the day before or whatever, after it came out a few days later, or like that night later. All the information jumbled on draft night. But still, Ty Simpson here is going to at least be the developmental prospect and project here for the Rams. There's upside here. I can see him spreading the ball around, distributing it to your wide receivers. I think eventually you're going to have to throw the kitchen sink at your wide receiver depth chart. Puka Nacua, I love him. But again, Devonta Adams is here to party. He ain't here for a long time. You're looking at Jordan Whittington, extensive injury history. After that, it's like it's no man's land. But also, 1, 2, 3, 4 tight ends deep with draft capital and contracts. 4 deep here. Max Clare, second round. Ferguson, second round. They're going 2 tight end sets. They're going to remedy the wide receiver position by just rolling out more tight ends, rolling out the run game. They're deep at running back. They're deep at tight end. They got who they want to target it with Puka, and they got Devontae Adams. Ty Simpson, upside project for the Rams going forward. Let me know what you think, though, in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. When they've watched, catch you on the next video.